Or is it what do you see as you twist your tiles beneath our feet? What do you see?
Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back. So today I have something that I'm super excited about. By the thumbnail, you kind of have an idea of where this is going. And I say kind of because today is just an introduction into something that I plan to cover regularly. And that is fragrances. I say fragrance and not perfume because I don't believe that there is a gender with what you spray on your body. I will go more into that in detail later. But that's a hint for some of you now. I am very adventurous. I do like very heavy scents with a lot of leather. So I don't know, if you're just strictly sweet and powdery, we probably will not get along. But if you are adventurous or curious about a lot of things like I am, then stick around. If you are not into storytime videos, then this particular video may not be for you. Please subscribe and check back. I will be posting up some very special ones today. I am just going to be talking about my designer fragrances because that's what most people can relate to, and I really want to reach a lot of people that are not in the fragrance community with my videos, just to expand their noses. I think it's really fun, and I feel like it's something important to do because there are a lot of people out there missing out on some really good stuff. Let me tell you, not that you don't already know that if you are in the fragrance community. So here we go. Recently, I actually got called out by a fellow YouTuber who is in the fragrance community. Just so you know, I have been trolling for quite some time, and I kind of like poked around and made myself known. I've made comments on a few people's channels recently, just like with, you know, little comments here and there, like, oh, I like your videos, or have you heard of this, have you tried that, etc. And I got some feedback from that. Sorry for the cough. I'm like, the weather's kind of crazy outside here in Columbus. So this one gentleman who goes by the name of Centrifugal Force, I'm going to link his channel below. Ladies, if you haven't heard of him, you should definitely check him out. Regardless if you do or do not have a husband or boyfriend, he has a wide variety of fragrances that he covers, and they are all fabulous. So I'm sure you will find something for you over there or for your significant other. So just putting that out there. He actually asked me if I was going to start reviewing fragrances, and I told him it's so funny that you mentioned that because it's been something that I've been planning to do for quite some time. So I thought that because my channel is so new and you guys really don't know too much about me, it was just really appropriate to give you guys like a history about me so that you know where I'm coming from and what my tastes are like. I'm a firm believer in our opinions are shaped on our experiences. So that's why I felt like this was necessary to do. So I made a few notes. I am quite the nerd when it comes to stuff like that, and I really didn't want to miss anything. So as I briefly mentioned, my fragrance journey really started 20 years ago, back in 1996. It is 2016 currently. And I say it started then because that's when I got my first bottle of perfume. For anybody who was born in like the 80s and grew up in the 90s, you probably had this fragrance. It was Tommy Girl by Tommy Hilfiger. It came out in 1996. And it was like a very citrus, florally scents. There was some rose in there, also some leather at the end as the base, the sandalwood, jasmine, and cedar. All of my favorite things. It was very, very fun, youthful, beautiful fragrance. And I'm just saying this too. I have this strong connection to the 90s. I feel like there were so many great things that happened then. Music was better, fragrances were better, everything was just better in the 90s. And then, you know, when 2000 hit, things just kind of, Not that there aren't great fragrances now, but I'm just saying, as designer fragrances, I felt like there was a super high in the 90s. I don't know, that's just my opinion. So, as I also did mention, I wore what is classified as men's cologne in the 90s too. 20 years ago, in 1996, I bought my first bottle, and I know I'm going to bring back some memories with this one. It's Liz Claiborne's Curve for Men. It was like in this greenish bottle, and it had like yellowish, like yellowish orangish kind of writing for the name Curve on it. And it was just a really wonderful fragrance. I don't know if it's still around or what it smells like today. I know that a lot of companies have reformulated things, and unfortunately it's killed some of the great ones, I have to say. That one was really fresh and spicy, woody. It had a sweetness to it also. Some of the things that I loved about that one were the ginger, cactus, sage, bergamot, cardamom, sandalwood, musk, amber, vetiver, cedar, mahogany, and pepper. Everything that I love today was in that fragrance, and that's why I loved it. I got so many compliments on it, and when people found out that I was wearing like men's cologne, they were like, really? And yeah, it was just, I don't know, I guess not a lot of people did it. Anyway, so I wore those fragrances from 1996 until 2000, and in 1998 I got a fragrance from a dear friend of mine. I'll go into a whole story time about these things if you ever want them. She was a person who worked at the school I went to, and she actually gave me 2 bottles of this in my lifetime. She's very special to me. I call her my play around mommy. Her name is Ellen, and it's by Avon. It's called Forest Lily. It was discontinued back in like, I think it was like 1999 or something, or 1998. And it's just very green and fresh. There's like a sweetness to it too. Not in a gourmand way. Just very summery. Summer and fall. I haven't used a whole lot of this one. This is the second bottle that she gave to me. I use it very sparingly on special occasions. And I know a lot of people say like perfume goes bad, but like I've had this for what, almost 20 years, and it's still good. It smells just the way I remember it way back when. So I had a little bit of a break in purchasing new perfumes around 2000 because I was 16 on my own in New York City. It was very expensive. It is very expensive in New York, and I just couldn't afford it. But I was seeing this guy, and his mom worked at Bergdorf Goodman. For those of you who don't know, it's a very high-end retail store in New York City. They sell like all the most amazing designer stuff. She gifted me this gem. Oh my gosh, this just opened the floodgates for me. It reignited my passion, and I will forever be grateful for it. You can't even read the writing on it anymore. It's so old. It's Gucci Envy. They discontinued this, and it breaks my heart because it is one of the most amazing fragrances I have ever owned, and I use it sparingly now. I know I can buy it like on eBay, but I'm a little hesitant because I don't know how people have stored their fragrances, so I don't want to spend like $200 or $300 on some of my discontinued fragrances to find out that they're just complete shit. This one, it's a floral, woody, green, spicy kind of smell. It has some of my favorite things in here too. There's some rose, jasmine, magnolia, iris, woods, musk. It's just absolutely beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Around that same period of time, for Christmas actually, I got this bottle. And you can't even read the writing on it anymore. Some of you might recognize it, maybe. It's by Dolce & Gabbana Woman. Focus. There we go. It is. It's spicy, woody, powdery. spicier than the Gucci Envy, way spicier. It's got clementine in it. Orchid. Cedar. I love cedar. I love it. And there's a lot of it in here. It's got a really warm base. Has some sandalwood, vanilla, some coffee. I love coffee. And musk. I love musk. So that was like around 2000. And then I had like another little break because again, I was on my own and it was very difficult to afford fragrances. I didn't have like a stable career and still going to school, etc. No need to go into too much on that. I had purchased this one fragrance. It was by Lancome. It was Miracle. Some of you might remember. I don't have the bottle anymore. I used it up. It was like a spicy, fruity, tropical, floral scent. It had some oriental notes to it, and there was jasmine, ginger, pepper, and it had a really powdery base with musk and like amber in it. I wasn't too crazy about it. It was like something I used the whole bottle, so I didn't totally dislike it, but it was just never really my style, and I just kind of used it up to use it up because I didn't want to throw it away. So this next thing I got, this was also really never me. It was Estee Lauder Pleasures. I got it later on in the year. It's a very floral green scent. There's some rose in it. It's got a lot of peonies and jasmine. It's just not me. On my skin, it just smells kind of, I don't know if dank is the right word. It's just not good. It goes sour really quick. I don't know. It's just my chemistry doesn't really work well with it. It's beautiful scent in the bottle, but it's not on me. That's another thing I just want to mention too. My skin is shit for fragrance. Nothing really lasts. That's why I tend to go on the heavier side these days, because it's the only thing that'll really hold. And just for the record, yes, I have tried putting some oil down first to make the scent stay, and it still doesn't do it. Oh, this is a really special one for me. I have a long story about this one, including an engagement, a wedding that got called off, and a last minute trip to London. So if you want to hear the backstory to this one, let me know in the comments section down below. It is a huge, crazy story, period of time in my life. And it's a very special perfume to me. This is a fresh, floral, citrus, spicy green scent. There is Eden of the Mist, which is what keeps that whole like very tropical smell to it. It's got some exotic stuff in here. Orchid, pink honeysuckle, Japanese mahonia. The base has plum, blossom, some wood. It's a very summery fragrance. It's light. It disappears on my skin in like seconds. I only wear this in the summer, and I have to carry it around in my purse because I'm constantly reapplying it. I love that perfume. Again, if you guys want to hear the whole story about it, I'd be glad to share it. It's so crazy. That was around 2005, I wrote down, yeah. So, also in 2005, I don't have one of the two. There were two Gucci perfumes. One was Gucci Rush. I know it's been covered 1,000 times before. It's the one in the red bottle. It's like a rectangle, and it has, if I remember, it's like silver writing on the side that says like red and maybe it has like orange and silver. I don't know. It says Gucci Rush. The one thing that drove me nuts about that bottle was you can't see how much is left. It was a very beautiful fragrance, very in your face and bold. I did love it a lot. So that one had patchouli, vanilla, it was fruity, Had a lot of jasmine, Turkish rose, coriander, had vanilla and vetiver. It was very in your face. It would last for hours. It was a beast of a scent. It would last all day, and people would know you entered a room when you had that on. And I got so many compliments on it. I've actually thought about repurchasing it, but I don't know. I feel like this is a time in my life when I really just want to explore other things. And even though I liked it, I wasn't like madly in love with it like I am Gucci Envy and by Dolce & Gabbana Woman. The other one that I got that year was the Gucci Eau de Parfum 2. And this one's really cool. It's like, they say that this is what Asian breath smells like. And if I were getting married, I would wear this fragrance. It's so classy and just beautiful in every single way. Unfortunately, it does fade pretty quickly, so you would have to reapply it a few times during the night. But again, it is a very beautiful scent. Fruity, woody, floral, fresh. It's got some violet, blackberry, jasmine, and the base is heliotrope, musk, and cedar. It is gorgeous. Really beautiful. Love that one. So now I entered another really fun period of my life. I had moved to Florida, and I was looking for something super unique, and I never see people talk about this one, so I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. It's Manuel Ungaro's Apparition. The body was said to be designed after a woman's curves, and all these colorful squares are like all the emotions that they experience. I don't know. This is like one of my current favorites. It's been for years. This is my second bottle of this, just so you know. I had another one that I just kind of let sit around, and I sprayed it just because, and got a lot of compliments when I was in a elevator one day, and I was like, you know what, that is a really great fragrance. So I ended up using the bottle up, and I went crazy looking for another one. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on it, even though I do love it. I ended up picking it off of eBay as a tester from a fragrance store. And that one is sweet, fruity, warm, spicy. It's got some balsamic to it. And this is really where my love for balsamic scents came into play in my life. It's got some rose, passion flower, bases, heliotrope, tonka, patchouli, amber, and vanilla. Everything that I love. It's perfect year-round scent. I wear it in the summer, winter. It is heavy enough to carry itself in the winter, and fruity, light enough to be a great option for the summertime. So around this time of my life, I started selling Avon. So I don't do it anymore. I did it for like 5 years, and then I just stopped. I don't have all of the ones that I had from Avon, just because there were so many of them. And yeah, I've used some up, I've sold them, gotten rid of them. These were like the bulk of it. I have a love-hate relationship with Avon fragrances. I feel like they tend, because they're on the cheaper side, and not that there's anything wrong with cheaper fragrances, but they do tend to have a lot more alcohol to them, and they aren't very long-lasting. There are only two that I'm going to talk about today that are really long-lasting that I do like. I got Sassy by Mark. It's a floral scent with some musky, fruity, spicy, animalic like qualities to it. It's really fun, especially if you're in like your 20s and early 30s. This is it's a great one. I really should start wearing this more. This is my second bottle of it, by the way, and I don't know why I'm not using it more often. I think I will now. See, I love these videos. Another one that really does last, and I do love it very much, is this Mark Jewel. Vanilla, floral, sweet, caramel, fruity, kind of gourmand scent. It does last a very long time. I don't have too much left, but I think I'm going to break it out for the winter because it is very nice. Actually, I might wear it today. I don't have anything on just yet. I was actually getting ready. I am heading out for the day, and yeah, there we go. I'm all set for the day. There was this other one that I wasn't too crazy about, like little black dress, and then there were rare diamonds. This is one of those scents where I just use it when I don't want to think about anything and I just want to spray it on. I'm not too crazy about it. It's very heavy in the alcohol smell, and it's, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Or if I just want to like spray it in my car, just spray it in my car, I use that one. It's not bad. I'm sorry if you guys really love it, but it's just, I don't know. I'm over it. In 2008, excuse me, I just ate. I had Gwen Stefani's Harajuku Lovers, the coconut one. I don't have it with me anymore. I used it up recently. Had a very coconut tropical sweet scent to it. It was very pleasant. I wouldn't purchase it again because it didn't last, but it was very nice while I did have it. And another scent that I got that year in 2008 was Ed Hardy's, what is this, Love Kills Slowly. It's okay. It's really, really sweet and florally. It's tropical, has citrus in it, fades very fast, and yeah, that's why I think why they give you a fun little purse spray. I also have the lotion. You really have to layer it on and constantly reapply because it does fade very quickly. In 2010, I had some more Avon. It was Far Away. It was a very oriental, vanilla, powdery kind of scent. 2012, Miss Dior Cherie, fruity, spicy, had sweet, woody, earthy tones to it. It's very pleasant. Used it up. 2013, Escada, Pacific Paradise, sweet, fruity, tropical, coconut. So as you can see, like, I'm not opposed to trying anything. I've given everything on the spectrum a really good try, from sweets to spicy, so, and tropical. In 2014, for my 30th birthday, putting my age out there. Ugh, a woman's not supposed to tell her age. My boyfriend, I was only dating him for a few months and he didn't really know me very well. He was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I told him, get me perfume. Why not, right? So he didn't really ask me what I wanted, and you know, he did what any typical guy would do. He went to the store and spoke to the sales girl, and they recommended this very popular one. There's nothing wrong with it. It's Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. Can we? Yeah. I've had it for, you know, a little time now, and I've used half of it up. It's not bad. I like it. It's very sweet, very gourmand. Floral, patchouli green, citrus, sweet. It's a very Me Too fragrance. That's my only issue with it. If it wasn't so popular, I would love it. But the fact that I go to the mall and I smell it on like 6 other people kind of kills it for me, to be honest with you. It is a very lovely fragrance, so I think I might just keep it in my collection and break it out again in 7 to 10 years. Then, we're coming to an end on this, by the way. 2015, I got a sample of this. It's My New York by DKNY. Love this. It's like that typical New York scent, especially in department stores. That's what I love about it. It's got a great bottle to it. It's like the skyline. Love it. It's sweet, it has patchouli, fruity. It's musky, soft, spicy. It's very warm, spicy scents. So then also that year, I picked up Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. It's a pretty unisex smell, if you ask me. It's powdery, woody, balsamic, warm, spicy with some vanilla. My only complaint with this is it does not last on my skin. If it lasts on your skin, I'm so jealous of you because it is a gorgeous scent. I got it in a kit that had the oil and a roller ball. I've even tried using the oil as a base and then spraying and using the roller ball, and I just can't smell it anymore. And it's just like, it drives me crazy because it's so pretty and I love it. The other thing is I hate packaging where you can't see how much is left at all. Like that drives me nuts. Just putting that out there. And then recently I added some other things that I will be bringing to you guys in a different video, like some of my niche fragrances. We've got Mancera, Wild Leather, Profumo Broma, Confetto, The Different Company, Une Nuit Magnétique. So stay tuned for those. I will be bringing them to you probably later in the week. And I have a very special thing that I'd like to reveal. I found this company out in Germany and they do custom perfume. So I can't wait to get that box. I cannot wait to smell what my creation smells like. You can pick out your notes and yeah, hopefully it's good. The only thing I don't like is like you really can't control how much of each note is in there. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. So like I said, if you want to see more fragrance videos, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate all the support. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or recommendations for future videos, please put them down below. I won't be posting anything about this particular video on my website, but if you haven't checked it out, go there too, www.thecriticalvirgo.com. I'm on Instagram at thecriticalvirgo and on Twitter too at @OneCriticalVirgo. I will be putting links down below to all my social media if you want to follow me there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was rather long, I'm sorry, but I think you can see how my tastes have changed over the years. To date, I am very much into heavier scents. I feel like they are more age appropriate for me and I just enjoy them more because they last on my skin. Again, fragrance does not hold on my skin very well and it's just a personal preference. Perfume is such a subjective thing and that's really why I wanted to bring this one video to you guys, because you watch all these videos on YouTube and it's like, okay, well, why are they saying these things? Well, I just gave you 20 years of my life in a Cliff Note version because there were many other perfumes that came in and out of my life in that time too. But just a glimpse so you can see how my tastes have changed and the things that I've tried just to have a good base and understanding of what I do and don't like. So yeah, I've tried sweet, spicy, floral, marine, green, everything under the sun. And for me, my favorites have to be like sandalwood, vetiver, oud, leather, just a lot of vanilla and musk, amber, just all the beautiful things, rose. So, and I do have a deep appreciation for gourmandy kind of scents, which for you guys who aren't in the community, it's like the sweeter ones that just kind of make your mouth water. So my camera just cut me off. I don't know where it cut me off, but yeah, that's my cue to go. Obviously this video is way too long and I'm sorry for that, but I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you return later in the week. Like I said, I do have some very special stuff coming to you. I'm going to do a full review on some of my favorites, my niche scents, and yeah, subscribe so you don't miss out on them. Bye guys.